What's up, guys? All right, finally got a break in the weather. Finally made over to the range here in North Carolina, and we're going to be shooting the Sig P365 X Macro today. Been looking forward to shooting this little gun. Going to put several hundred rounds through it today, or that's my goal to do that, so we can see how well it shoots. And by the end of this video, I can actually give you some kind of knowledgeable review about this gun, whether or not it's a good gun, whether it's a jam-o-matic, whether I would carry it, whether I'm going to carry it. But this will be the first shots. I've not even sighted this optic in yet. I actually cut myself setting everything up, so it's going to be a good day because that's my trigger finger. No excuses. But I also want to see if this comp right here actually works. They say this is like a 15% recoil reduction in the gun. And I actually have another video I'm going to be doing today about that. I came up with a way I thought I would test this against pistols such as the P365 that I have, the Glock 43X MOS, and the 48 MOS. So that video will be coming up, so please subscribe to the channel so you don't miss that video either. So without further ado, I have everything set up now. Let's get to shooting. But before we get started, I would like to thank Underwood Ammo for sending ammo for this video. It is greatly appreciated. Go check out Underwood Ammo, pick up some ammo from a great company. Let's get some eyes and ears on and see how this thing runs. First shots time. That optic's way off. I will say this. Someone mentioned in the comments section, says this gun gets hot when you're shooting it. That's no lie. Now, I know people's gonna say, hey, it's a gun, it's supposed to get hot. With this comp on top of this, the side of that slide was getting pretty warm right there by the end. I figure by the time I get a few hundred rounds through this, this thing will be pretty warm to the touch. Now, I only have 2 magazines. I couldn't find any more magazines. I looked and looked and looked because I wanted to buy several magazines. But I'm sure what you're interested in is how did the recoil feel? Now you can probably tell from the video here that to me, this may be a placebo effect, but it did feel a little bit lighter than other guns I've got, such as like the P365. And I'm talking about smaller, like EDC style pistols. It did seem a little bit lighter. Now I do want to show you with 17 rounds, we've already got some carbon in there. There's already some carbon around the end of the barrel right there. I'll be curious to see what this thing looks like after several hundred rounds. The light has a little bit of carbon on it, but as you can see, it does stick out further than the barrel does, way further than the barrel, but further than the slide. So it may help keep some of that off. The slide is already cooled down to the touch. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to sight this pistol in. I'm not going to show that. You all know how to sight in pistols more than likely. So I'm going to sight this thing in and get used to the trigger a little bit. And then we'll come back. We'll actually see what kind of accuracy I'm getting at about 10 or 12 yards right here. So let me get this thing sighted in, and we'll see what kind of accuracy I can get at this distance. Okay guys, so it did not take long to sight this in. Sighted in pretty quick. It is warm, I ain't gonna lie. I've put, what, 32, 42, what was it? 34, 44, 54 rounds through it. Sorry, my math is squirrel moment. I got ADHD. But it is getting warm with 54 rounds. It is very humid over here. It's hard to see through these glasses, and I don't know if you can tell, but it's very overcast. Looks like it's going to rain, and I can barely see that shoot and see. But we're going to do this and see what kind of accuracy I can get. So far, not too bad, but let's just see it. I do want to say I talked about how hard this was to shut in a video. I still can't do it on an empty mag, but with a loaded mag, pretty easy. So I just want to tell y'all that, because in another video I talked about how I couldn't shut that with an empty mag, but with a loaded mag, not too bad. Let's see what we got here. See if I can get my glasses cleared up enough to where I can actually see the target. That was horrible. I missed the whole thing. I can barely see it. Oh, look at this. Look at that. Malfunction. Did not eject the round. The ejector looks all right. Everything looks good. It just did not eject it. Or the extractor looks okay, not the ejector. The extractor looks okay. I don't know what happened right there. First malfunction I had, just wanted to show you guys that. Did lock open on that one. Still cannot lock, shut, drop that with an empty mag in it. First malfunction, I don't know, but let's go down here and see what we did. Not my proudest moment, but I was getting much better accuracy before it started getting darker. You can see right here, shot one low here. Not sure where that one went. I thought it was over here. Maybe two of them went down here, but these three right here, we'll probably do that again because that's pitiful. I was actually doing pretty good before I turned the camera back on. That malfunction threw me off a little bit. I wasn't expecting that out of 54 rounds at the first one, but it is the first 200 rounds. Maybe can't blame the pistol. Let me set up another shoot and see. I think I can do better than that. Okay, 5 rounds back in the pistol, still at 12 yards. Getting even harder to see. I cannot see out of these glasses. Sorry guys, we're starting that all over. Always wear your eye protection. I cannot see that target. It's so humid out here, they just fog right up, and I cannot see it. Still flinched on that first shot. Don't know what happened, but the next 4 are pretty good. I don't know what happened on that first shot. Let's go look at it. I do not double take these videos. What you see is what you get. You can see right here, it actually ripped it. I mean, it just barely missed. I had 3 right here, 1 right here. This is a 3-inch shoot and see. I'll take that. This one just barely missed. Pulled that first shot. That's all me. It's starting to rain. Great. Let me get the guns up. I have to cut this short. All right, guys, I decided I just covered up the guns. It is still raining, but there's enough coverage underneath me here. I'm underneath a bunch of trees back up in the woods. That I'm not getting wet, so I'm going to continue to put more rounds through this just to make sure that one malfunction was a fluke. If it starts to come down harder, we'll have to go somewhere. But for right now, we're going to continue this out. I still cannot see out of my eye pro. When I wasn't trying for accuracy, let me go show you what I did. That thing, let's check this again. It's getting hot. Probably gonna start burning through the appendix holster. I hope not. All right, let's go see this right here. Look at all this. All those right there. When I wasn't trying to be accurate, and I was just, I mean, I was trying to be accurate, but when I wasn't shooting for accuracy, nonetheless, every one of them hit the 3-inch shoot and see, and there was no malfunctions at all. Let me throw my Ear Pro on. I can't shoot without that. Let's see what the next 17 rounds look like. So far at 1 malfunction. Again, under 200 rounds. I'm giving Sig that one break-in period. Neighbors are going to hate me, but that's just the life you live as a YouTuber. All right, so go over here, just ripping this out, and I decided to throw a few in the head. Oh my gosh, listen to that rain. Still under cloud coverage, so we're not bad, but threw a few in the head up here, ripped that out. I'm really liking this little pistol. I did not want the rain. We've got about 100 rounds through it right now with 1 malfunction. Again, I'm underneath here, not getting too bad wet. Let's see if I can just, you can hear it, but you can see my shirt. I'm not getting drowned as long as I'm underneath these trees. Let me back this up a little bit. Yeah, right here, I'm not getting wet at all. So I can actually move the target up this way and probably keep shooting. So we're not getting too wet. Let's throw a few more down. We're fixing to break 100 rounds right here. So let's see how we do. We don't do too well if we don't rack the slide. That took out some intestines. No more malfunctions so far. Hope it stays that way. Now you won't really have to worry about this thing getting that hot. The frame isn't hot. It's just the sides of the slide where that port is. You can see how much carbon is on the barrel and the port already. A lot, whole lot. Again, you can drop it with the slide catch with a round in it. Still can't do it without a round in it. They are hating me. Okay, so again, lock back, everything's looking good. Magazine's looking pretty dark too for 100 rounds. That comp must be throwing some gases in here. As you can see again, look at that barrel. The comp, man, that thing is hot. So we're 120, 30-ish rounds. That slide, hot. Again, now you can drop it without a magazine in it. Let's see if we can do it with a magazine in it. Still cannot do it with a magazine in it. Don't touch that. It's hot. Rain's still picking up. This thing is still, I loaded, you know, both magazines, 17 rounds. If this thing's been sitting on the table, it's got a little wet. It is hot. Woo, it's hot. That's one complaint I've heard about a lot of people talking about these. They're getting warm. They're getting warm. Now, I mean, it is a little gun, and as you can see, the barrel is actually shorter than the slide. The barrel stops right here. The slide actually comes out flush. So the reason for that is your barrel's sitting somewhere like right in here. All those hot gases are coming out the end of this and hitting that slide as it comes out, coming up through the port, forcing the muzzle down at a 15% recoil reduction. I'm really starting to get wet now. And that's why this is getting so hot. So if I feel it back here, it's not. Right here, it's starting to get hot. Up here, hot, hot. I may put these two magazines through it and we may call it a day. That'll probably be, what, 34? I've got about 170-ish rounds. I've only had that one malfunction. I just don't want my ammo getting real wet. And there's another round right here. It's just getting soaked. Let me put these through there. We'll finish up the video. Out of all these rounds I put down range, there's only one that's off to the side of his head. Everything else has been in that target. All right, there's about 170 rounds. We're wet. So far, I'm really, really liking this gun. The rain is really, really coming down. It's broke through the trees here. It's a great little gun so far. One malfunction, chalk that up to just breaking it in. Now I'm getting close to 200 rounds, feeling pretty comfortable with it. But there it is, guys. Sorry I couldn't do any more, but I just don't, there's puddle on my range bag. I just don't want my ammo getting wet. I appreciate y'all watching this video. Please like, share, and subscribe. I love you guys. We'll see you next time.